Have you ever been played so hard you didn't see it coming, even when it was right in front of your face? That's my story. It involves me, my best friend Evan, and a girl named Courtney. This isn't just a breakup story. It's a tale of manipulation, friendship, and finally seeing the truth. It all started junior year of high school. I was completely smitten with Courtney. She had this incredible smile, in a way of making you feel like you were the only person in the world. We started dating, and for a while it felt like a dream. We had all these inside jokes, went on fun dates, and I genuinely thought she was the one. My best friend, Evan, was my biggest supporter. He was always there to listen to me gush about her, to give me advice, and he seemed genuinely happy for me. Evan and I had been friends since we were kids. We did everything together, played on the same basketball team, had the same classes, you name it. He was more like a brother to me. The first red flag appeared about 6 months into my relationship with Courtney. She started becoming a bit distant. Our conversations got shorter, and she'd cancel plans at the last minute, saying she had to study or wasn't feeling well. I brushed it off, thinking it was just the stress of school. I wanted to believe everything was fine because I was so invested. I'd ask Evan for advice, and he'd tell me to give her space, that relationships have their ups and downs. I trusted him, so I listened. Then things got weirder. I'd see Courtney at school, and she'd be talking to Evan, laughing in a way she hadn't laughed with me in weeks. When I'd walk up, they'd get quiet and a bit awkward. I confronted Courtney about it, and she'd just say, "Evan's your best friend. Of course I'm friendly with him. Are you jealous?" She had this way of turning things around, making me feel like I was the one with the problem, that I was being insecure and controlling. And because I was so afraid of losing her, I'd apologize and drop it. Evan was just as good at deflecting. I'd ask him what they were talking about, and he'd say something vague like, "Oh, just class stuff," or, "She was asking for advice about you, man. She really cares. He was my best friend." Why would I ever think he would lie to me? The thought didn't even cross my mind. They were both playing their parts so perfectly, and looking back, it's like they had coordinated their stories. The excuses for her unavailability became more frequent. Family dinner, sick pet, girls' night. Meanwhile, Evan also started being less available. He'd miss our usual weekend hangouts, saying he had family obligations. I felt like I was losing both of them, but I couldn't figure out why. I was in this fog of confusion and self-doubt, started thinking maybe I was a bad boyfriend or a bad friend. Their manipulation was so effective that I started blaming myself for their distance. The truth finally came crashing down on prom night. It was supposed to be a magical evening. I got a new suit, a corsage, the whole 9 yards. Courtney looked stunning, but the entire night she was on her phone texting. She claimed it was her mom checking in. We danced a few slow songs, but she seemed completely disengaged. Around 10 p.m., she said she was feeling sick and wanted to go home. I offered to take her, but she insisted she'd just get a ride from a friend who was leaving early. I was disappointed, but I let her go. Evan had come to prom solo. After Courtney left, I went to find him, thinking we could at least hang out for the rest of the night, but he was nowhere to be found. I called his phone, and it went straight to voicemail. That's when a knot of dread started to form in my stomach. One of our mutual friends, Sarah, came up to me. She looked uncomfortable. She said, "Hey, I don't want to cause trouble, but I saw Courtney get into a car." Evan was driving. My heart stopped. It felt like the air was sucked out of the room. It couldn't be true. There had to be an explanation. Maybe Evan was just being a good friend and giving her a ride home because she was sick. That's what I tried to tell myself. But I couldn't shake the feeling. I left prom and drove to Courtney's house. Her parents' cars were in the driveway, but her car was gone. Then I drove to Evan's house. His car wasn't there either. My mind was racing. Where could they be? Then I remembered a spot we used to go to, a scenic lookout point over the city. It was our spot, or so I thought. I drove up there, my hand shaking on the steering wheel, and there it was, Evan's car. I parked a little ways away and walked closer, my heart pounding in my chest. The windows were fogged up. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. It was like a scene from a bad movie. All the pieces clicked into place. The canceled plans, the secret conversations, the awkward silences, all made a horrible, perfect sense. I didn't confront them right there. I was too stunned, too hurt. I just got back in my car and drove home in a complete daze. The next day I called Courtney and ended things. I didn't even give her a chance to explain or lie her way out of it. I just said, "I know about you and Evan. We're done." She was silent for a moment and then just hung up. No apology, no denial. Just a click. Confronting Evan was harder. He was my brother. I went to his house and told him I knew. At first, he tried to deny it, saying I was crazy. When I told him I saw them at the lookout, he finally broke. He confessed that they had been seeing each other behind my back for months. He said it just happened. He tried to apologize, but the words were empty. How does something like that just happen with your best friend's girlfriend? It doesn't. It's a choice. A series of choices made every single day. The betrayal from both of them was devastating. Losing my girlfriend was one thing, but losing my best friend in the same blow was something else entirely. It shattered my ability to trust people. For a long time, I was angry and bitter. I isolated myself and replayed every moment, looking for the signs I missed. And they were all there, hidden in plain sight. It took a long time to heal from that. I had to learn to forgive, not for them, but for myself. Holding on to that anger was only hurting me. I realized that their actions were a reflection of their character, not my worth. I deserved better friends and a better partner. It was a brutal lesson in loyalty and deception, but it taught me to pay more attention to people's actions, not just their words. Today, I'm in a much better place. I've built new, healthy friendships based on mutual respect and honesty. I'm more cautious now, but not jaded. The experience forced me to grow up fast and learn what I truly value in relationships. If you're going through something similar, know that it's not your fault, and it will get better. You will come out of it stronger and with a clearer understanding of who deserves a place in your life. Thanks for listening to my story. It's not easy to talk about, but I hope sharing it can help someone else who might be in a similar situation. Don't ignore the red flags, and always trust your gut. Remember to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss my next video. See you next time.